Hello, everybody. It's William from Junie Lyon Williams Adventures, coming to you from here in the Philippines. We thought we'd take a short time and do a vlog about May and December relationships in the Philippines. Quite a few of my friends have been asking me, William, you've been over in the Philippines, retired, and living there for over a year now, and you're married to a woman she's much younger than you. And we're wondering, how is it living in a foreign country now that you're retired and being married to a much younger woman? So that's what we want to talk about for a brief time. A couple questions about living in the Philippines, being married to a younger woman, May and December romance. So, number one, we appreciate all our subscribers. We appreciate those that follow our channel. And here at Junie Lies Adventures and Williams Adventures, we hope to take you on further trips. We're going to be going to Camotes Island probably in a few months, and we'll take you along with us. We hope you've enjoyed our channel and our travels thus far. And if you have any interest in coming to the Philippines, continue to watch. Even if you don't have any interest in coming to the Philippines and you just enjoy watching what's going on in another land, thank you for watching our videos. But let's talk just for a moment about May and December romances. I came over here as what they call expat, that is a retiree in the Philippines, in October 7th, 2022. I've been here ever since. I took time and came to visit the Philippines maybe 3 times since October 19th or since 2019. And I liked it. I liked the people. I liked the culture. And so I decided when I did stop working and retired, which I did a year ago, a little over a year ago, and came and moved to the Philippines. I was in a relationship online with a really wonderful woman named Junie Lai. And we dated for a few years online. I met her in person 3 times. And I told her that when I retired, I was going to come back and we could make a life together here. She waited for me, and I came here last year. And 3 months ago, we got married here in the Philippines. She's significantly younger than me. And a lot of my friends ask me, how is it being married to a woman living in a foreign country with the age gap? And age gap relationships are not common in the United States. Not unless you're an athlete, you're maybe a movie star or some kind of a celebrity. That's quite normal. But in the everyday life, normally younger men are with women close to within 5 years of their age or so, and vice versa. Over here, it's quite common to see a big age gap, 20 years or more in the Philippines if you're a foreign man coming to the Philippines. And I'm in such a relationship, and we have got married 3 months ago, and our relationship does fine. I think maybe it takes a few things if you work a relationship is going to work here with an age gap or a May-December relationship. My wife is very mature for her age. She's 33, and I'm 67. So there's a significant age gap. A lot of people say, oh, how do you manage? Well, in any relationship, you need commonalities. We have a lot in common, and we spent time on our relationship, not only online, but in person. We were engaged for a year before we got married. We have the same taste in music. We like the oldies. She sings very well. She loves karaoke, and I love karaoke also. Karaoke is big in the Philippines. Family is big in the Philippines. She has a 5-year-old daughter, so it took some of me getting used to not being a grumpy old man, but opening my mind and heart to having a child in the house. That's went well because I feel like I'm an open-minded, open-hearted type person. I think just to move to another country and live in another country away from all the things you know, all the people you know, the commonalities that you know, you have to be an adventurous type person. Just to get on a plane in JFK and fly one way 16 hours to the other side of the world where the Philippines is. We're literally guys on the other side of the world, and the culture is different. The people's ways and the things that they do are different. It's a Christian nation. It's a Catholic nation. So they believe in God. They believe in Christianity, and they're very uh, good with their Christianity. Um, they're family oriented, which means that their family is going to be much more involved in their lives than we're used to in the U.S. Their family comes first. Their extended family of brothers and sisters and siblings, cousins, they get together almost weekly if they're living in the area. Um, Eating is a big part. Everything is around a meal in the Philippines, which is a good thing. And so if you're not the kind of person that likes family around, um, probably the May, December type relationships would be hard for you. If you don't like kids, you would probably try your best if you were coming to the Philippines to find a woman that didn't have children already, which there's a lot of women that do have children because there's a lot of single mothers in the Philippines. So the thing is that Philippines is a developing country. Remember that. It's not the US. So, they have power outages at times. They have the internet will go down. Um, they have things that you take for granted in the United States or in Canada or in the West that it's hard to get here. It's hard to get certain foods. It's hard to get the kind of steak you might be used to, these kind of things. So I would say your relationship is a big deal over here if you're in a relationship. Most of the time, that woman is younger than you, significantly younger than you. So I think that you have to get used to thinking differently about the age gap. They like to go out. They like to do things. They have a lot of energy being younger. So if you're open-minded and open-hearted, that doesn't mean as much because it helps you to feel younger. I know that since I've come to the Philippines, my blood pressure has went way down. My stress levels have went way down. And being married to a younger woman over here in the Philippines with her personality is as mine. It's laid back. Not that there's not difficulties. Even when we have difficulties in our relationship, I told some of my friends, Filipinos have a thing called tampo. Tampo is when they're upset with you, they'll stop talking to you for a while. They'll give you what they call the silent treatment. And so in the West, we're used to when our spouse or our significant other is mad, they'll curse you out. Most of them, a lot of them. And so we're not used to the sort of silent treatment. So for me, as an American, that doesn't bother me at all because eventually a Filipino woman is going to come after a while, after she gives you that tampo or silent treatment, is going to come and tell you why she's upset and talk that out. They're basically not confrontational. So there's not a lot of arguing between a Filipino woman and her significant other, husband or boyfriend. So that's keeping your stress levels down right there because that relationship is going to be a relationship of discussing things after, even if there is issues, and there will be issues because we have different customs. They celebrate holidays we don't know about. So once again, as I said, it comes down to being open-minded, open-hearted. But as with any relationship, whether it's you're the same age or there's an age gap, commonalities, being open-minded, being willing to understand it from the other person's point of view. They may want to go out to the karaoke club and sing. They want their family to go with them. And maybe you don't want to hear all that noise that night, but you give in and you go. And guess what? You end up enjoying yourself because they're singing, they're having a good time, and it's making you feel young. So I had to learn that I had to open myself in a new environment, in a new country, with a person that's significantly younger. I had to open myself to enjoy different things than maybe I was accustomed to. So that's some of the things that I would say. Remember, falling in love with the country is a big deal here because if you fall in love with the country, and believe me, there's beautiful beaches and there's beautiful scenery, things that are on bucket lists that you may never see again in your lifetime. Some of the beaches over here are breathtakingly beautiful. And to spend that with somebody that you love, somebody that has commonality, somebody that's a companion or a soulmate with you, there's nothing better in the world. Remember, guys, Another person can't make you happy. So a lot of people say, I'm looking for happiness. And so happiness has to come from within. I believe in God, and I believe true contentment comes from having a relationship with God. And if you're okay with yourself, then another person that's okay with themselves, and you come together in a relationship, then you're going to add happiness and contentment to that person, and they're going to do the same to you because you were already content, sort of internally, by yourself. Because no one else can make us happy. We're looking for love, and that's a lot of times in all the wrong places. So I would say that being an American living in the Philippines, number one, I love the people. The people are so kind-hearted. They're so loving. They're so giving. The foods are so great. And it's an adventure to me because everything's new. Even after being here a year, I'm learning something every day about the Philippine culture. And being around my wife's daughter, 5 years old, seeing her go to school again and seeing her go into the school plays and the little parties that they have, it makes you feel younger again. I would have to say that I feel 10 years younger living here in the Philippines because I think over in the West, in America, we live such a stress-filled society. One of the things I noticed in coming to the Philippines is within the first 2 months, I felt my stress just go down. It just went down. The atmosphere. Remember, every day, the average temperature is about 80 degrees. They have 2 seasons, the rainy season and the dry season. There is no winter, summer, spring, or fall. It's just the rainy season and the dry season. So the rainy season, it rains almost maybe 2, 3 times a week, maybe more, sometimes all week. And in the dry season, it's just nothing but beautiful weather. But it's an average of at least 80 to 90 degrees. So if you don't like hot, you're probably not going to enjoy the Philippines. But I've got used to it. I don't even use air conditioning all the time now. Sometimes I just use fans. But back on our subject of the May-December relationship or the age gap relationship, I think that love is the key ingredient. You learn to love each other. I think that's how love grows. It grows as you go daily through the relationship and experience the ups and downs of life together. That's what we do. And I stay in touch with my family back in America. I love my brother, my sister, uh, my grandchildren, my nieces and nephew. We stay in touch through videos and through phone talking. But you're going to get, every now and then, you'll get homesick when you're living this far away from home. But that's why you have to adopt your other family that's here, your wife or your significant other's family. They accept you as family, and they've accepted me as their family. So I would say that those are the things. You have to have open mind, an open heart. You have to be sort of adventurous. If you're not an adventurous type person, you're not going to get up on a plane and travel on the other side of the world anyway. But I've learned so much from my wife and about the Filipino culture, from her sisters, from her brother, from her mother, from my neighbors. I mean, it's just, to me, it's been a wonderful experience, a wonderful adventure. Will I come back to visit the U.S.? Yes. But I don't regret one minute that I've come over here. Probably added years on my life to take the stress out of my life, to be with someone that's not confrontational, that's not going to be yelling at you every minute, that does truly respect you. A woman that wants to be a woman. And I really respect that in her. So yes, I think that the age, literally, as they used to say, is just a number. It's true. Because whether you're going to get along with somebody has nothing to do with age. It has to do with temperament. It has to do with God. And it has to do with personality types, commonalities. And so, once again, we just wanted to make this short video answer a few questions of our subscribers. And how has it been going since we've been married? 3 months now. How has the May-December relationship been working? So far, so good, guys. And I always say, keep looking up, enjoy your life. And if you got any comments, please feel free to talk about it down there underneath in the subscription. And we'll get back to you at Junie Lyon Williams Adventures with a new adventure next time, guys. We'll see you later.